Hello, everybody. So I haven't done a Bible review in a while, and that's because I didn't have any new Bibles. While I love them, and I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily a collector, I usually buy them for a purpose because they can get expensive. But I happen to have a new one today. I bought it for a project. It just showed up, and I'll be honest with you, I did do a little bit of research beforehand. So I have put my hands on this Bible before. I went to a bookstore to check it out. But the bookstore was just too expensive. So I ended up getting it on Amazon, and that's one of the things that I want to talk to you about. So this is the ESV Thinline Bible in genuine leather, and it is black. So you're going to see it opened and unboxed. So it comes with a standard. This is made by Crossway. It comes with the standard kind of white box for their non-heirloom Bibles, and it tells you a little bit about the Bible. It's about, we're going to measure it, but it's about 1 inch thick. It's got 8-point font type. And these boxes are kind of nice because it shows you the actual type size and gives you a little bit of information about the ESV Bible. If you don't know, I'm an ESV guy, so if you don't know much about it, maybe I'll put some links down in the comments. I really like the ESV. I think it's a great Bible. Maybe I'll do a video on why and on some of the different translations. But it's a good Bible to have. So if you've seen any of my other reviews, I like Cambridge Bibles. I have a New Living Translation, Schuyler, and those are really top-notch Bibles. But those Bibles, like this one in the background, they cost between $150 and $200, and maybe you aren't ready to spend that much money on a Bible, or you just don't have that much money. So, like I said, I bought this one for a project, and I'll tell you a little bit about it towards the end. But I really liked it. I wanted something that was going to last and that was going to be adequate for my needs, but was relatively simple. So I'm going to give you the measurements. You're going to just see me measure it right here. So you got 5.5 inches by about 8 3/4 inches. And the thickness is, see, just about 1 inch. So this is a really good, I'm an adult male, average size hand. You know, it's a great Bible to carry around with you. And the leather feels really nice. On the side of the Bible there, you have, let me make sure it's in the frame, Holy Bible, ESV, made by Crossway, English Standard Version. So this is genuine leather. Crossway puts out like I think it's called two-tone or true tone, Trutone, and those are really nice too, but I wanted something that was a little bit tougher and genuine leather because I want it to last. I'd like to pass it down to my kids. Standard paste down liner, nothing special or spectacular as far as the liner goes. So you could probably rebind this if you wanted, and you wanted to put premium leather of some sort on it, or make it a different color. That was the one of my little nitpicky while I was looking for a Bible for my little project. I would have liked to have been able to choose blue or orange or something like that, but really it only comes in black. So you have the standard stuff that comes in a Bible, which is presented to and by. There's even some spots for marriages and births and deaths. And most ESV Bibles, most Bibles in general, but it'll tell you the text edition is 2016. Does it say where it was printed in? So this one's printed in China, and they've switched back and forth. Not switched back and forth, but I think depending on where it's printed, you might get slightly different quality of printing. I haven't had a problem with any of the Bibles printed in China that I've gotten. I had somebody ask this on one of my last Bibles. I did call ESV, and the text edition of the 2016, I guess there's no new texts coming out. So this is it as of 2020. Now maybe that information's been changed since I called them about a year ago, but there's no updated text edition, no revisions or anything like that. So let's jump into the text, and then I'll tell you about the little project. So again, like I said, this is a not going to be lay flat. as you can see, as some of them are, but it'll break in and it will lay down quite nicely. This is also Genesis 1. But if you flip open to the middle of the Bible, we'll break it in just a tiny bit, like it does okay. And I'm also not laying it flat down on the table. So if you lay it flat down on the table, it does okay. That might be important to you. In your hand. Okay. So, I've heard some people comment about ghosting. There is a little bit of ghosting. It's probably hard to see with the camera. Let me see if I hold it up real super close if you can see what I'm talking about. See those words in the back? That's called ghosting. In some of the newer, it's relatively new technology, but in the newer printed Bibles and the more premium Bibles, they do what's called line matching, which means essentially that the sentences on the back of the page are exactly matched. My fingers are kind of cold, I guess. Are exactly matched to the sentences on the front of the page, so you don't get that ghosting that I just showed you. It's probably going to be even more evident in the Psalms and the poetry sections where there's a lot more blank spaces. See those words? Some people that bothers a lot, so know that you're going to get that. But it doesn't really bother me, and for what I want for this, it still is the font and the print is still very readable. If you notice, there are no references, and that I specifically wanted a Bible with no references because I don't need it in this Bible. It does give you the little footnotes because every Bible has to have a few footnotes, but there are no major references. So if you're looking for a reference Bible, this isn't going to be the one for you. Let's flip to the back. It does give you a little teeny concordance. And these are helpful, but they're definitely not exhaustive by any stretch of the imagination. You should have one, a dedicated concordance or two, floating around your office. That'll be more exhaustive. And there's a couple of maps. And probably half a page in the back to write on. There's more note pages in the front. Plenty of, like if you're a note taker and you want a Bible to write copious notes in, this is not the one. You have, a quarter of an inch. I still have my ruler here. You got about a half an inch. A half an inch in the margins. I suppose you could write in the middle. Depending on which book of the Bible you're in. There isn't much middle space. But the font and the 8-point type is nice for reading. And you definitely can highlight and underline in there without too much trouble. So, this is a $35 Bible, and that's the reason that I got it. It's genuine leather. Like I said, I really like the font and the type size, but it'll last a long time, and it's only $35. So if you're not ready to spend $150 or $200 on a Bible, maybe this is the one for you. You want a Bible to take back and forth to church or to have in your car, whatever the case may be is. Or you just want to read through the ESV version, $35, I live in California, is about a 50-gallon trash bag full of crushed cans. You know how I know that? Because that's how I paid for this Bible. I took my crushed cans in, got myself an Amazon gift card, and bought it from Amazon for $35. If you buy it in a, let's see if it'll focus on that. Yeah, it's not going to focus. Oh, there we go. If you buy it in a regular bookstore, it's going to cost you about $50. So this is a great starter ESV Bible, or again, not even starter. If you just want a Bible that is very portable that you can carry around and will last you, I think, a long time. We'll do, hopefully in the next couple of years, we'll do a couple year crash test. So what I bought this Bible for was, like, I just kind of got it in my head last week. I'm doing a little project and I want a Bible for it that I can read through. What I'm going to do is, while I'm going through the Bible and while I'm studying the Bible, in this Bible specifically, I am going to highlight all of the names, attributes, and qualities of God, because God is the main character of this book. Christ is the center of this book, God the Son. And I thought it would be kind of cool to be reading through the Bible and to have highlighted all the names and attributes and specific qualities that are assigned to God or that he calls himself throughout the text. So as you're reading it, they just kind of pop off the page. I just thought that would be kind of cool. And for $35, I can make that happen. And all you need is a highlighter and this Bible, or a Bible. Doesn't even have to be this Bible. You can get a value edition for it if you want. But this will live on my desk. And as I'm reading through it and studying, I can read through and study, and all God's names and all God's qualities and attributes will pop up off the page. And it's a project that I got to do. I got to spend time in the text researching who he is, what he calls himself, and what the text reveals to us about him specifically. So that's why I got this Bible. I hope this helps if you're looking for a new Bible, if you're looking for an inexpensive Bible that really is a quality Bible, and that I think will last you a long time. And I think this Bible will do it, and it's very, very readable. It's very, very easy to sit down and read. Sometimes some of the fonts and some of the other Bibles can get a little difficult to just sit down if you're going to read it for a while, but this one doesn't seem to have that problem. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your ideas. Do you have any Bibles that you've done special projects, special highlighting projects or research projects that sit there and then helped you learn something a little bit different about the text? Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and smash that thumbs up. Have a great day.